Right, folks, back with a Let's Discuss video. I no longer do the rants, do I, June?
Oh, you do?
Oh, I do. But I am now calling them Let's Discuss. And this episode of Let's Discuss is Let's Discuss Elon Musk. You like that, don't you?
That's almost poetry.
Fucking ain't I. Yeah, let's discuss Elon Musk. He has bought Twitter, or has he bought it completely, or
43 billion, I think.
43 or 45 billion? Has he bought everybody out? Has he just?
I don't know. I've not been following it, to be honest.
Well,
with you.
whatever. Really, I should have fucking looked that up, shouldn't I? Let's have a look. Oh, fuck it. Who knows? Who cares? He's the fucking main shareholder of Twitter. Now, some are saying this is a good thing. Some are saying this is a bad thing. This video isn't about what I think of right and wrong. This is about me. No doubt my opinion will come out.
Here we go. It's Sky News, so it must be true.
Sky News, it's got to be true.
Elon Musk and Twitter reach agreement for 44 billion takeover. Although the agreement isn't in the final step, the announcement means the Tesla founder is in the end game of acquiring the social media platform.
Wow.
What makes me suspicious in this is they're all there, all the main culprits saying, oh, this is a good thing for free speech. Are you telling us what to think?
This is it. This is what I was going to say. Elon Musk is sort of saying he's saved free speech, and it's a good thing. Is it
free speech as he sees it, though?
Yeah. I mean, personally, I would love to have the money to buy a platform. You're going to take the piss out of I spoke then, didn't you? I spoke. I'd love to have the money that I could actually buy a platform like Twitter and just basically let it go. Let it go. Because I would allow people to say everything they wanted. I wouldn't allow, I'm going to come around there and shoot you as such, but I don't honestly think that there's many people who'd go around there and say, I'm going to shoot you and carry it through. Especially if somebody lives in Manchester and you're living in California, it ain't gonna fucking happen. So I would like to think that this is for fuck's sake, I can't even say it. I might fucking do it. Get a cloth, Granville. For free speech. I think this is. I'm hoping it's good because me and Junie, baby, we've got this thing at the moment, haven't we? Where we don't particular. Fucking hell, what's wrong with me today? I've had a ham salad cob. Particularly believe everything that we actually hear in the papers or the media or the government say. We've actually, whatever they say, we are at the stage in our lives now where if they say it's black, we say it's white. Because we've been lied to so much.
Yeah. Especially
over the last 2 years. And people are, you know, with the COVID, of what was right, what was wrong, what this lockdown, that lockdown, wear a mask, social distance. And all that thing has been taken away because what was happening because we'd all been shut down, nobody could actually get to speak to each other. You couldn't go down to the pub, you couldn't go to the football training, you couldn't go and meet up with your mates and have a discussion of what was actually happening. You couldn't give your opinion. And if you did give your opinion on social media and you thought different to what the government narrative was, Chris Not-So-Witty, Van fucking Dickhead, and Valance, whatever they said, if you didn't believe in that, you was shut down. Your account on my Facebook account, I've got about 5 Facebook accounts now because I've been shut down on that many because of what I've been saying.
Well, it's the context, isn't it? Because you said, that's right, kick a man while he's down.
Yeah.
And you've been booted off.
Yeah, and I wasn't saying go and kick a man. I was saying, yeah, kick him. It's just a figure of speech. But the fucking idiots in America can't grasp my English, our English slang. So I've got a fucking 30-day ban.
For saying, that's right, kick a man while he's
Yeah. What? Why? What the fuck have I done there to say that? So I've appealed against it, but Facebook are that fucking useless. They don't. Mark Zuckercock, good old Zuckercock, he's not fucking bothered. Just doesn't give a shit. But the thing is, what it is hopefully with Elon Musk getting hold of Twitter, he will allow people to actually have a discussion. If I'm down the pub with my mate, right, I've got a mate Pedro, and me and Pedro, I class myself as centre. Right, I'm a politics scale. I'll class myself as centre. I'm not right wing, although I'm right. I'm centre. Yeah. My mate Pedro is rather left.
Very left.
Very left. It's a good job we drive on the left in this country, because Pedro in America, he'd be all over the place. But me and Pedro, we used to have some really good discussions. We never ever fell out. Pedro, I still class Pedro as one of my best mates. Yeah. Derby fan. I used to do BVM Talks of Championship with him, right? So if I didn't class him as a mate, I wouldn't have him on my fucking channel. I wouldn't have him in my BVM stable. But we used to have some really, really good chats about the political spectrum or whatever it is. And if that was me and Pedro talking on Twitter now, if I was like, Pedro here, blah, blah, and he'd come back with blah, 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 and I'd tweet him back, I would have probably been fucking kicked off Twitter through my opinions, my views. But what's happened is, with the Twitter thing, is that Twitter have, before Elon Musk bought Twitter, they actually allowed shareholders to buy shares at a lower price, so it would dilute the holdings of new investors. So what are they worried about? It cracks me up that a business can be so... what could be the word? Corrupt? Is corrupt the word I was looking for?
I think so, yeah.
Because if they're trying to do that, what have they got to be scared of?
Whose agenda are they playing?
Yeah, what is the fucking the way they want to go? I mean, the thing is, Elon Musk has he spoke about removing fake accounts. The reason why people have fake accounts is because if they actually have their real accounts up there, because of what they say, it would have been deleted. Delete, Matt Hardy.
Also, I think sometimes you have to remain anonymous, don't you? Because you incite all kinds of hate because of your opinion.
Exactly. It is. If you've got an opinion that doesn't fit the narrative of a certain group of people, they will hunt you down, find you, and then you do not know what they're going to do to your...
They're the biggest bunch of bullies.
Yeah.
Biggest bunch of bullies ever.
And this thing where if you say something that they don't agree with and they come after you, that is bullying. That is just downright bullying.
Bullying and intimidation.
It is. So I just can't believe how much effort...
Well, I want to know what other people think.
Yeah, I do.
Because although I might think one thing, if they come back with an argument, it might change my way of thinking.
Exactly.
But I don't want to be bullied and intimidated into not voicing my opinion.
Yeah.
I want to have a discussion.
I won't. You know what? Since I started this YouTube thing, I have felt a little bit controlled of what I can say and what I can do. But I'm actually getting a bit fucking fed up with it, because it has got to the point where you can't actually be yourself. You can't voice your opinion because you're scared. Well, not scared.
No, but some people are scared.
Yeah.
Some people are worried what other people think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like all this virtue signalling, isn't it, with the Ukraine flag and wearing a mask and all these other things. You've got to do that.
Or you're not part of the clique.
That's correct. Yeah, you're not part of the Instagram clique.
If you've got a different opinion, you're wrong. You're right, but you're not wrong. And the trouble is, you need healthy debate. You need debate. You need to discuss. You don't need these people, these mega fucking rich people who run these companies, telling us what to think and do.
Well, all these mega rich people that run these countries are all weirdos.
Well, they fucking are, aren't they?
They are. I mean, are we talking about Elon Musk? And he is odd.
He is. There's something. I'm a bit stuck on Elon Musk because I do like him, but he is a bit.
I think we like what he says.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we like what he's going to do.
Yeah.
What he's saying anybody can say anything and you can like it. Boris.
Yeah, Boris. Boris is a cunt. That's me fucking demonetised on this one again. I'll have a little orange. Yeah, why do we always get yellow bloody dollar signs next to the thing? Why can't we? All right, yeah, we get paid in dollars from YouTube, but I want fucking pound signs. Don't want a euro.
Yeah,
Right,
so I mean, he can be saying exactly what we want to hear and do something entirely different.
Well, it is, and it is, and it's.
So the proof. The pudding is in the eating. We'll see what he does.
Well, it is, isn't it? It's like you look on Facebook now. People have got like you've got the Ukrainian flag, and I've been vaccinated, and I wear a mask, and I do this, and I do. Why do you have to all just fucking do that? Why can't you just be your fucking selves? Why do you have to have this fucking thing where you've got to all join the club and be all together? Fuck it. Be yourselves. Be individual. And this is what hopefully Elon Musk might do with the Twitter thing. Now. The big thing out of this, and this is what I've been laughing at and stuff, is that because Elon Musk is going to do what he wants to do with Twitter and like be more open about it, this could actually bring back the 46th president of the United States of America back on Twitter.
Yeah, and why can't we? If people are allowed to voice their opinions, then we know who they are and we know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
If you don't know what they're thinking, if they're all just parroting this same narrative, we don't know what they're thinking. It's like you, early days of YouTube.
Yeah. Changed me.
It did. It did change you. Completely changed you.
Completely fucking changed me.
And this is one of the reasons why I don't like YouTube. Because it does change people. This is you.
Yeah, this is me.
This has always been you. From the day I met you, this is how you've always been.
Somebody left a comment on something the other day saying, oh, what have you become? What have you turned into? I've not turned into anything. What I've actually become and turned into is myself again. Because I've always been like this. I've always voiced my opinion. And it does change you. You have to... You do things like where you just don't go along with things. You're just not yourself. YouTube changes. I tell you, anybody who's thinking of getting a YouTube channel, right? Be fucking careful because it changes you. You lose your own identity.
Oh, and you can do.
Yeah, you fall into your own narrative, the world narrative of going along with everybody else. You can't say anything, and if you do say anything, then you're wrong. Well, fuck you if I'm not fucking bothered. I've been saying this for the good last few months now. This is, and when you read the comments, I'd say 80%, 85% of the comments are fucking agreeing with me, unless somebody's talking, But getting back to Donald Trump, I honestly don't understand how Twitter could have banned the 46th president of the United States of America because they didn't agree with him and they did their own fact checking and basically they were just trying to snuff him out. That's all it was. They were just trying to snuff him out. They didn't like what he was saying. They didn't like what he represented, so they just tried to get rid of him.
Some other questionable sorts still allowed.
Well,
on Twitter.
I mean, I don't know if there's members of Al Qaeda or ISIS on there. I just don't understand. I think Vladimir Putin has actually been on Twitter. Has his account been shut? I don't honestly know. I should have checked that out. You're right, I should have checked it. People say, oh, you're misinforming, you're fucking uneducated, and I can't give a fuck what you think, really. This is my opinion. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just giving my opinion.
In fact, I quite like reading the comments on these ones because you do get other people's opinion.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see that, people talking amongst themselves.
Yeah. I was going to say, June, you're completely right, because people do leave comments, and when they leave comments respectfully, I'll reply back, and there's been a couple on there, and we've actually come to some kind of agreement. And this is what Elon Musk is hopefully, I think, is going to do. People will be able to discuss over the fucking airwaves of what is happening to the world. We should be allowed to.
Yeah, and still get on. I mean, we absolutely don't agree on everything, do we?
Oh no, fucking hell. We don't.
I think we disagree probably more.
Yeah.
Than we agree.
Yeah.
On things.
But what I do is, so I can shut June up, I go and get the G clamps and I put them on her lips. Shut the fucker up. I cancel her. No, I don't. Don't go starting that with your fucking, women's doing this and women's this and that. You fucking idiots. Of course I don't. Shove a fucking plum in her mouth. I'll fucking shut her up. But what I'm going to say is that I personally think it's good to have Donald Trump on. I think it's good to have all people on and discussing what is happening in the world, because people need to be able to open their minds. People need to be able to think, yeah, I agree with that, but I don't agree with that, but I can talk about it, I can question it, I can look it up, and then I can make my fucking own opinion up.
It's like that old saying, isn't it? Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer still.
Yeah, that's why you sleep next to me.
It's true though, isn't it?
Yeah. And the other thing with this Donald Trump thing is I was just been on Facebook, on my new account I've had to set up. Somebody was saying, I don't like Donald Trump because he's a liar. I went, well, you don't like Donald Trump because he's got a different opinion. And he went, no, I don't like Donald Trump because he lied about the election. No, he's got a different point of view on the election, you just don't like it. No, he lied. No, he's got a different opinion. He says he's got evidence and stuff and all that, but they just don't want to fucking know. But the thing is with that, is that you're saying, well, I don't like because he lied. Well, in my theory, I personally don't think Madeleine McCann was abducted. I also don't think that man landed on the moon. And there's lots of other things that I don't fucking agree with. But I can say them.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean you're right, it's just your opinion.
My opinion. And this is what Donald Trump does. He goes onto Twitter and he gives his opinion. And when you start taking that opinion away, you have to start thinking to yourself, well, if they're removing it, why are they removing it? Why are they scared? That's not misinformation. Fuck me, for the last 2 years or so, we've had misinformation about everything that's been going on. We've been talking about, they talk about deaths in COVID. See, this is going to get me done. This is going to get me demonetised on this, and I'm not fucking bothered. I'd rather do the video. In fact, I might even just put this video out.
Not monetise.
And not monetise it. I fucking will. I'll do what Angry Bootneck does. He doesn't monetise anything. Go and check out Angry Bootneck. And while I'm here, go and check out Angry Bootneck. Go check Russell Brand. Russell Brand is a fucking mine of information. We've got a problem. Rotten politics. Paz, ex-army Paz. Go and fucking check them out. In fact, I will put this out. This is going out as a free one. You can have this for note, as Bootneck says. For the last 2 years or so, they've been telling us that people have been dying of COVID. They've not been telling us people have been dying with COVID. They've been telling us the social distance and the lockdown, we need to lock down, we need to fucking cripple the economy. And then it's out there that the lockdowns haven't actually really worked. What are it, 0.02%?
No, 0.2%. And the study about masks, was it the Danish study?
Yeah.
Somebody put it in your comments the other day. That there were 90% ineffective.
Yeah.
You won't see that on the mainstream.
Yeah, they won't push that out.
And aren't they finding plastic particles in people's lungs now?
People have been they found plastic particles in people's lungs because of these.
We're assuming. I mean, they're trying to peddle it that it's coming from plastic bottles and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, because I often drink plastic water down my fucking lungs, because if you get liquid in your lungs,
you'll drown.
I think you're drowned. So to say that you're getting liquid, if they found liquid, if they found the plastic particles in your stomach and your shithole and your arse and all that, and in your urine, fair enough. I could understand that. But in your lungs, if you're going to tip water in your lungs, there's a fair chance you're going to end up fucking dead. Isn't there? How much fucking water are you getting in your lungs? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm always fucking drinking the wrong way. I'm always like, all of a sudden I'll break out coughing. But this is the problem. The media, the government, Sage and all this fucking Fauci, they've all been telling us things. At the beginning, Fauci was saying don't need to wear a mask, and now all of a sudden you need to wear a mask. What the fuck's going on? Who do we trust? Do we trust somebody like Russell Brand, who does all the fucking research and he shows you the paperwork, he holds the paperwork up and it's on the camera, you fucking read it, and what he says is there. Russell Brand's not doing anything wrong, he's just reading reports. It's just fucking beyond me that we're being controlled. And this is what I think of Elon Musk. I think this is a good thing. I don't know how long it's going to last as a good thing, because one man having so much power over a fucking... I was
just going to say the same.
One man having so much power over a fucking company like Twitter can't be a good thing.
No. No, I don't think so. I think it needs a partnership, really.
Who was that? Fucking Posh Spice. Yeah. It does. It needs a partnership, because Jeff Bezos in 2013 bought the Washington Post. Washington Post leads a little bit to the left. Or like in your case, that side. So why didn't people kick off a fuss over that? They knew what were cracking off with Bezos. One of the richest men in the world. Is he a little bit behind? See people go, oh, well, that 45 billion, he could have done world fucking poverty and everything. Why don't fucking Bezos do that instead of flying up to the fucking space for fucking 5 minutes, floating around like a fart and then coming back down? It just fucking amazes me. But the thing as well is with one man having so much power over one thing,
nobody should have much control.
No, it reminds me a little bit. Now, I apologise to Manchester United and all the fans, but the Glazers have got sole control, really, at Man United, and I can't say that there's many Man United fans who actually agree with the Glazers. They would love them out. And they have well, you can see the results of what the Glazers have done now. They're just not fucking bothered, and hopefully they can't afford to pay the debts of the loan, what they did to Man United when they came in and bought the club and then stuck it all onto a loan. I do support Manchester United on the fans on getting rid of the Glazers. And then you look at the other way, is that Leicester City have got the owners, and they're brilliant. So it's a bit hard, but I just don't think one man should have that much power, that much influence over one company like that. They say to you, like, listen to the experts, don't they? They'll say, oh, listen to the experts know. The experts know. But what makes an expert? Because William Henry Gates III is not an expert. I personally wouldn't go to Billy Gates, and ask for advice on my piles if they ever come back. I only had them once. I don't know what happened there. How do you get piles just once? I thought, like, when you got piles, they were a reoccurring thing, but yeah, I wouldn't ask him how.
It's the hours you sit on the toilet.
Yeah, probably so. But I wouldn't ask Billy Gates my opinion on his opinion on my piles. Yeah, he seems to have the ability to be an expert on the world and tell us what we need to do. I wouldn't. It's like when you go to. I mean, when they were doing all the fucking jabbing, Bruce Springsteen was saying, "Oh, you can't come into my concert until you jabbed." Same with the Foo Fighters. The Foo Fighters were like, "You can't come in unless you're all fully jabbed." I don't understand is, well, who makes them special? Who makes them the experts that they can tell us what we can do? And hopefully with Elon Musk doing this, it will open up debate. And then you've also got like the fact checkers as well on Twitter, ain't you, and Facebook? Hey,
yeah,
they're fucking brilliant. The fact checkers. So what you do is you leave a comment, and then it'll come back and it'll say, "Our fact checkers have checked this fact, and you are talking shit." So then what you do is you go and have a look who the fact checkers are. And the fact checkers are paid for by Google and Facebook and Twitter. They employ their own fact checkers. So they're paying them to fucking give them the facts that they want so they can kick you off their fucking platform and shut you up. It's a fucking joke. So there you go. You look on social media and you see, right, this is another thing I want to bring up. You go onto social media, and back in, say, what, 5, 8, 10 years ago, when things were going wrong, when that Leah Thompson, the swimmer, if that had been around fucking ages ago, people wouldn't dare say anything. There'd be very few people who would actually say it's fucking wrong, right? But now you go onto social media and there's more and more people who are speaking their mind, or speaking what they feel. And they're getting fed up with the fact that they're getting fed up with the fact that they're going, you can't say that, you can't say this, you can't say that. But people are now starting to say, yeah, I can say it.
Yeah, and I think they should do as well.
People are saying it and they're going, I ain't fucking having it anymore. I'm not having you fucking take the piss out of me. I'm not having you take the piss out of my life. Then hopefully Elon Musk will bring this into it as well. People will need to have debate, and people get proved wrong. Sometimes I'll argue just for the sake of arguing, even though I know I'm wrong. I do, I just like winding fuckers up. But because Elon Musk now has done this, it doesn't make him, he hangs around with rich people. He knows rich people, don't he? But he seems to be a little bit different. I don't think this makes him part of the lizard club, to be fair. Because, yeah.
I don't know.
Wouldn't it be fucking funny if like one day we're all sitting there and all of a sudden like the Queen does just go like, she pulls a fucking, she's a lizard, and Bill Gates is there. I don't know what the fuck Joe Biden is. I don't think Joe Biden's
He's a fucking tortoise.
Yeah, he is. He is like a fucking head. He's like a shit coming out your arse when his head comes up. He's wandering around trying to shake hands with fucking thin air. But what I say as well is, back in the 80s and the 90s, there used to be journalists who would go out and find the truth.
Proper journalists,
right? They would go out and find the truth, and somehow they will get it. Now, I am not saying all journalists back in the day were brilliant. They lied, and, you know, they did manipulate. I mean, when the only outlets in the paper, when only the social media, the then as say social media was the Sun, the Mirror, Sky News, that was it. People couldn't go out and have a look for information themselves. And back in the 80s and the 90s, journalists went out and found stories and reported them. Nowadays, journalists just go along with whatever they're going along with. You've only got to look at the BBC. BBC is one of the most fucking biggest corrupt organisations that there is. It's completely, they don't question anything, do they?
They're just so biased, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I watched Piers Morgan last night with Donald Trump. I don't like Piers Morgan because of what he did with the soldiers in the Iraq War when he made that story.
Loudmouth oaf.
Yeah,
he's just one of the worst things in journalism at the moment. I think is presenters talking over the guests.
Yes, all the while they're talking over the guests.
They are. But they do, don't they? They just talk over them, and I hate that because you never get to hear what they want to say. Let them say what they want to say, and then go back at them. Yeah. It's the height of ignorance, really.
Yeah. I mean, this is. I mean, I'm not being funny here, but if you do watch Brian, the True Geordie, he'll ask a question, and he'll let the person say it and finish it, which is the way it is. You don't ask him a question, then like cut him off halfway through. But Piers Morgan were doing that last night with Donald Trump. He was just cutting him off, and then Donald Trump called him a fool. You can hear all the crowd going, "Yeah, you were dead right, Donald. He's a fool." So back in the day, in the 80s and the 90s, journalists actually went out and did a job. They investigated, and they found out stories. Not all of them were true, but there was, back in the days, they did find out quite a lot of stuff. But now journalists won't do it. When we had the press conferences at the fucking COVID thing with Downing Street, they were just embarrassing. They were not asking any fucking questions. All they were talking about was, let's lock us down. Let's lock us down harder. Let's do this. Let's do that. They weren't actually asking any real questions. They weren't asking questions like, actually, how many people have died of COVID and not with COVID. You know, they weren't actually, they've done nothing. The journalists today are a fucking embarrassment. And that's how I look at it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wind this up. Now, people might take offence of what I've said here. They might say, oh, I'm unsubbing again. Well, fucking unsub, because to be honest, I don't need you. And if that's the way, if you can't come on here, listen to what I've said, take it in, twirl it around in your fucking head and say, yeah, I agree with that, but I don't agree with that, and yeah, we should all be thinking, and yeah, we should all be questioning it, and why are people being cancelled who don't fit these companies' narrative? You should be asking those questions, and that's all I want to do with these videos. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm asking you to think about what's happening. I'm asking you to question what? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Instagram, that's the biggest fucking virtual signalling site going, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I used to do a bit of
fuck's sake.
Posting on Instagram and stuff, but I've stopped now because I got sick of it.
Everybody fucking putting something up where somebody's got a fucking illness or something's gone wrong in the family. And something's fucking... Just shut the fuck up. Just do what you do. Do your little fucking Christmas tree and put it up. But nowadays it's all fucking...
Oh, look, I've got a Ukraine flag. Oh, well done.
Well fucking done. I had a Canadian flag up for fucking 2 months, pissing the neighbours off.
We've got a Falklands flag
I've got a Falklands flag up now, and I've also got the St George's Cross up because it was Mother's Day, not Mother's Day.
Queen's birthday.
Queen's birthday and St George's Day the other day.
We're English.
And I'm fucking English. So, that's the way it is. It's... If you don't sub, then go. I'm not bothered. If you want to question me, do it respectfully. I'll give you an answer back. I've had a couple of people like that who have come and said, oh, I don't agree with you, but yeah. And all this, oh, stick to reviewing burgers. Fuck off. Not fucking doing it. Well, so welcome to this episode of Let's Discuss. I quite like these Let's Discuss. Jude don't.
No, I do. I quite like them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because we don't always agree on stuff. And like I say, I do like reading the comments and listening to other points of view. Yeah.
If you want to see me do a podcast with Pedro, let's go Pedro in the comments, please. We'll try and persuade Pedro to do a podcast with me where we'll talk about current affairs. All right, folks. Laters.